Alright, so I'm just going to go live, make sure that the sound is working. Alright, so I'm just going to go... Alrighty, so with that being said, we'll get started here in about a minute. I just wanted to go live a little bit early and get things going. So, how's it going, Alexander? Thank you for showing up a little bit early. And we'll get started here at 4:30. So I'm going to go over Bitcoin to start out, then JASMY, and then ElonOne. I did buy more ElonOne. I would love to be in the top 100 holders, but I'm just outside of that right now. So we'll see how that goes here in the near future. I don't anticipate many people selling in the top 100, but yeah. So, gonna wait for some people to join, and then we'll get started. So, right now Bitcoin is currently, what is it? I'm going to move this up so I can see it a little bit better. Right now Bitcoin's at $46,442. Our target in the line we wanted to get above was 46.9. That's what I had. I've heard some other YouTubers say something differently as far as that goes. Let's go. The 4-hour chart is going back up, so it got a nice bounce off that low. The 1-hour chart for Bitcoin is currently overbought. That might need consolidation, and the 15-minute chart is ready to rock to the upside. The daily chart is high, so honestly, if Bitcoin consolidated for a few days or a week, I wouldn't be surprised. But just it's hard to see or tell what Bitcoin wants to do. This is what I do see right now for Bitcoin, and it's very much up in the air if this is playing out or not. But technically, this would be a falling wedge, I think. Yeah, it'd be a falling. It's more of a falling wedge than a rising wedge. But we'll see what happens. Falling, if it is a falling wedge, falling wedges break up to the upside 68% of the time. So if that's what it is, that is bullish. Actually, that might not be it. That might just be a triangle. I don't think that's a falling wedge, actually. No, it's not. But anyways, I still think Bitcoin probably is going to reach $47,000 here in the coming hours, and then we'll probably get a retracement. So I think we probably consolidate between $43,000 and $47,000 over the weekend. That's kind of what I'm expecting. I don't expect anything major for Bitcoin to happen, but I do expect that to be kind of the consolidation period for the next 7 days or so on Bitcoin. So nothing really to talk about. Like I said, the 1 hour is overbought. The 4 hour is getting a nice bounce, and the daily is overbought. So if we consolidate for the next 7 days between 43 and 47K, I would not be surprised at all. In fact, that's kind of what I expect to have happen, which would mean if Bitcoin consolidates, that would give Bitcoin or altcoins a chance to rally. So looking at JASMY, I did get into JASMY at 365. Right now, JASMY is not looking too hot, but I will say this. Besides the 1 hour time frame on the RSI for JASMY, like the 15-minute chart is getting ready to go. The 1 hour is overbought, so that might need to consolidate. But the 4 hour is ready to rock, and we've already gotten the bullish cross on the RSI indicator, and the daily chart is ready to go as well. We have not gotten the daily cross or the bullish cross on the daily yet on the RSI for JASMY, but I think it's about to happen. So I think long term, JASMY is great. JASMY might need a little more time to consolidate for the 1 hour chart to reset, but I do think sometime this weekend we hit 3.6 to 3.7 cents. I don't know what exchanges JASMY is going on this weekend, but I heard it's going on 2 new exchanges this weekend, so that is bullish for the price of JASMY. So that's another reason I think you at least go to the resistance at 3.6 cents sometime in the next 2 or 3 days over the weekend. But of course, over the weekend there's lower volume, so we'll see what happens. It probably won't be as volatile because of that, so it might be harder to push the price up to 3.6, but that's where I expect us to go at some point this weekend, and I guess we'll just see. I mean, that's where I'm targeting for the weekend. To the downside, if you don't get back above 3.3 cents on JASMY, you would be targeting 3 cents even. So that would be the target to the downside on JASMY. So that's kind of how JASMY is looking. Let me go over to ElonOne. ElonOne, it looks like there was another sell. Someone just sold for 1.84 ETH. Let's see who that was. So they don't have much JASMY. They have $2,300. So this person obviously doesn't know what's going to happen here for ElonOne. I meant to say ElonOne, not JASMY. I think that's the same wallet. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. And I saw JASMY in the wallet. That's why. Oh no, yeah. So let me look at this one. This person holds $8,000 of ElonOne, but it looks like they just sold as well. 4 minutes ago, they sold $2,700 of JASMY for ElonOne, not JASMY. I don't know why I keep saying JASMY. They sold. So the last that was for 0.78 ETH, and the one before that was for 1.85 ETH. It was two different wallets. So it looks like short term, last 24 hours, you peaked at 28.1. Today we got a spike to 28.3, but it's looking like that's 28 to 28.5 is kind of the resistance level, if there is one, on this kind of a coin. But that's kind of what ElonOne is doing. It's kind of hard to do, TA on such a small market cap coin. Market cap is only 17 million, but the next fib to the upside is the 236 fib. I believe I said that was at 0.42, basically 41 or 42, which would be 27 divided by 41, whatever that's probably a 30% move to the upside. That's the next target for ElonOne. And of course, I don't think we're going to care about fibs whenever they launch the marketplace. It's going to go parabolic whenever that happens. But if you guys have any requests, let me know, and I'll look at them. I am bullish on ElonOne. I did buy some more yesterday, so I am in the top 150 wallets. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I did buy some more yesterday. I would like to be in the top 100, but it just might not happen because I don't anticipate the top 100 wallets selling right before launch. I think if you have enough money, if you're putting that much money into ElonOne, you really believe in it, and you're not going to be selling unless you're overinvested. But beyond that, it's not going to be that many people, if any. So bullish on ElonOne. I don't have any new news. I mean, technically we were supposed to go live at the end of Q1. I think that was yesterday, or maybe it'd be today. But no, I think it was yesterday because this is a weekday. So. Yep, we're not live yet. No new news, but I think the Telegram chat is really bullish on it, and that's why you see a few more buys today. I know the volume is down a little bit from yesterday. Right now it's at 166,000, and yesterday was almost 300,000, but that's to be expected. It did go up almost 98% yesterday. I think it was 95% was the move, so that is I'll take that. And you consolidate, and then we can go higher. Like I said, the next fib is at the 41 level. So. If you guys have any requests, let me know. Otherwise, that's it. I went through Bitcoin, JASMY, and ElonOne. That's the three I wanted to go through. Currently, I'm holding only in a trade on JASMY, and ElonOne is my long-term investment. So I got out of the mirror trade at 175. So I made a little bit of money on that trade. I got in at like 167. And my stop got hit. If I would have held, it would have gone down to like 160. So I'm glad I got out of MIR. So. That's only, I'm in JASMY as a trade and ElonOne as a long-term hold. So, and I said Bitcoin, I think it's probably going to consolidate between 43 and 47K over the weekend. If you break 47K, the next target is a local high at 48.3. If you break that, then it's going to be 50K would be the next major psychological target on Bitcoin. So, that's kind of all I got. If you guys have any requests, let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of it. Next time we'll be live will be Monday, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So, yeah. And if you guys are new, I appreciate if you like and subscribe because I do go live every Monday and Friday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So, be awesome if you liked the video. And I will see you guys in the next one then, if there's no requests. All right, so with that being said, I guess that's it. We went over ElonOne and JASMY and Bitcoin. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And yeah, I did draw this cup and handle. Now it's not even a confirmed cup and handle yet on ElonOne, and it's really maybe dumb to do TA on a small market cap coin. But what you would need to see for this to be a cup and handle is pretty much this kind of price action to the downside. That would be the handle, and then you would need to see a spring up. That's very much up in the air if that's going to happen, and honestly, this could just be what's at play. You know, like where we go straight up immediately and you don't form a handle, and then that pattern would be validated, and it's just going up because of the news, which is probably the case. But if it's a TA, you know, like a cup and handle, that'd be bullish for me because then you could actually trade this too. Not that we need day traders in here, but then you get more coins for holding, like the 2% tax. I mean, I wouldn't complain about that. But that's probably not what's at play. But that's just what a possible thing I did see in the charts. But yeah. Obviously, for the handle to be formed, you would need some consolidation before we go higher for probably a few days. So that's kind of all I got on ElonOne. Nothing, no major news besides the fact that they are supposed to launch at the end of Q1. So, do you think now is a good time to get into Flow? Well, I did look at Flow. I don't know if you saw I don't know if you were the person that requested it, but I did just make a video on Flow earlier today, and I'll look at it again. And I think I said, we'll go through here's what I really look at. So first of all, I look at the daily chart. Is it overbought? It is overbought on the daily chart. So that right there tells me to stay away. It went all the way up to 100. Now, this is not the traditional RSI indicator, but it is one that I think is more accurate, especially if you're trading. But the daily chart is overbought. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart got a bounce. So the 4-hour chart is actually still low enough where I would want to get in if the daily chart was low, but it's not low. The 1-hour chart is up there high, and that's another red sign for me. The 15-minute chart is low. So the 15-minute chart and 4-hour chart are fine, but the hourly and daily are not. So I would personally not be getting in right now into Flow for that reason. It's also up 25% from the $5 support it got, which is actually back here, or you could say it formed a higher low here. So it is clearly in an uptrend, but it's just to me it's risky to get in with the RSI on the daily being really high. So yeah, I would say, now I'll say this, if you get above 765, if you get above 765, then that's obviously a sign it's going to keep going higher, or probably even if you get above this local wick here at 740, it's a sign it's going to go higher. But until you do that, it's just not safe to be in a trade on Flow, in my opinion, if not in. If you are in it, then sure, get in or stay in. But if you're not already in a trade, I would not get in. The 236 is up here at $10. So anything above $10 is extremely bullish. But right now, in my opinion, it would be risky to get in unless you're just playing like the 15-minute chart or the 1-hour chart. No, I'm sorry, the 4-hour chart. If you're doing like a day trade, then it's probably okay to get in at the right levels. But if you're looking for like a long, like a swing trade to stay in for a few weeks, I would say there's probably better price levels to get in at than here. It's definitely not, in my opinion, going back to $5 unless Bitcoin loses like 43K, which I don't see happening. But on a daily candle, I don't see Bitcoin closing daily candle below 43K. But yeah, short term, I would not want to get in. Maybe 650 or $6 would be a good entry point. 650 might be the lowest it goes if Bitcoin just takes off from here. But even 650, in my opinion, would be a better entry point than here. But just go over here and look at the daily chart on the RSI before you get in. And if it's down here on the daily chart, if the daily chart on the RSI goes down to 50, I would think that'd be a decent time to get in. And especially if it's down here in the 20s and below, then it's a good time. But overall, that might take a few days or a week or two to reset. So I would stay away from it. That's just my opinion and what I would do, not financial advice, but yeah. So, all right, there was a small buy on ElonOne just now, so let's go look at that. They have $600 of ElonOne. Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? I think that was his first transaction too. Let me look. I think it probably was. I'm just guessing. Yep, one transaction. I'm assuming that's a new buyer as well, which you can go to the Telegram chat, and every time there's a buyer, it tells you if it's a new buyer or not. Someone just joined the Telegram group, so if you're watching, thank you. So welcome. Let me go over to the ElonOne chat and see if that was a new buyer, because I'm curious. ElonOne buy. Yes, that is a new buyer. I guess they would be a new buyer if that was their first buy. That's probably, I don't even know why I had to look at that. So with that being said, that's kind of all I got. The market cap now for ElonOne is $16,494,036, if you guys are curious. So this market cap right here is not accurate. That's before VB burned 39% of the coins. If he didn't burn it, then it would be 27.4. But so that's bullish long term for ElonOne as well, because that means the supply is lower. So also makes it easier for the price to go up too if 39% of the supply is burned. So, all right. JASMY is getting added to Gate.io, and FTX is one of the ones it will go on. All right, thank you, Crypto Degen. So I'm assuming that's going to happen sometime over the weekend. That's really bullish, in my opinion, for JASMY. At least it means more people can trade it, and if people haven't been able to trade it yet because it's not on their exchange, then maybe it will mean that the price can go up because then they will finally be able to get in and buy some. But we'll see what happens. So I expect at least a small move up, and like I said, that's kind of why I thought 3.6 would be on the table at some point in the next coming days, assuming that they launch those this weekend, which I think they're supposed to. I don't know what days that those are getting released on those exchanges, but if it's sometime this weekend, I would not be surprised at all if you saw a move up to 3.6, which is resistance on JASMY. So with that being said, that's all I got. Thanks, guys, for joining, and I will see you guys in the next live stream, which will be Monday, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So same time on Monday. I'll see you guys then. Thanks, and I will see you guys then. Have a great weekend and trade safe. And hopefully ElonOne has a nice rally over the weekend because I think it will happen very soon.